Welcome to Take the Lead podcast. I am your host, Tera Chantelle. And today I am so excited. I am so honored because we got Trap Bay in the building, okay? This queen right here, all across the board, has her mind on straight. She is the mastermind of wellness, and she knows all about the yoga. And I just can't wait for you to help us with taking control of our destiny and telling us about this self-love, because you got that spiritual bag, sis.
Babe, thank you so much for having me. What an honor to be here. And yeah, I'm ready to just to talk about it, to talk about how we can enhance our lives and really just have a good time and keep it real. Like, who gives a fuck about the good news if it's not in a package that we can receive it? So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. And first, I want to start off by saying, I just love your realness, sis.
Hey.
You are so relatable. And then how you incorporate this with yoga. And it's so powerful seeing a Black woman in this field. How did you step into this power?
Honestly, anytime we want to start doing something new, anytime we want to step into a new role, we have to understand where we are, right? For me, it means an assessment. And there honestly came a moment, a time, a day in my life where I had to look back and assess and be like, yeah, this ain't the way I planned on for shit to go. I'm not happy. And more than not happy, I'm not happy with myself, right? And so I feel like when people say, like, how do you get to where you are? It's to start from the fucking bottom. And people make so much light about that. Like, started from the bottom, now we're here. And what does that actually look like? It looks like being like having a honest conversation with yourself in the mirror. You know that meme, like the dude's like pointing to himself in the mirror and being like, yo, but you ain't got your shit together. You over here talk about other people don't like you, but I'm not sure if you like you. Yes. Because if you did, and this is the conversation I had to have with myself, you know, back in 2015, because if you did, you wouldn't be in a relationship with somebody who treats you like shit. You wouldn't be at a job that underpays you and treats you like shit. You wouldn't have friends that you're a dope ass friend to, but when they call you, bitches ain't nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
So you over here mad at everybody else for not being there for you when you wasn't there for you. And that was the conversation I had with myself. And so literally it became with anybody outside of me, straight up, I'm auditioning, right? Like I'm like, husband, you're fired. Best friend, like, you bitch, you fired. Job, you fired. Hey, world, universe, I'm accepting applications, but all y'all gotta get on hold because I, as who I am today, am fired. And that's what that meant when, you know, I drove 32 hours from my house in Austin, Texas, back to Oakland, California to sleep on my grandmother's floor while I figured my shit out. That is how I ended up, you know, I fired myself and went looking for who I was and who I wanted to be, and to reconcile that, and how I ended up in Rishikesh, India at the Hari Om School of Vinyasa, studying Vinyasa yoga to become a certified yoga instructor. Because in case any of y'all motherfuckers were yes, right? Don't play. The internet is undefeated, and I've never really gone up against the internet, so I be trying to keep y'all hoes at bay, right? Don't come for me. Don't come for me.
Oh yeah, you certified out here.
Right? And so that's why, you know, I went and spent time in Shanghai, China, so that I couldn't hear nobody else's bullshit. I didn't speak the language, right? So there was nobody to talk to but me. And I needed to learn how to experience human kindness, right? That in a place where I am obviously the outsider. Because we always be like, I'm one of a kind, ain't nobody like me, whatever. Like, you say that, and most of the time, be 1,000 bitches just like you, right? So what does it look like when you go somewhere where there really isn't anyone like you? Because a lot of times people be running from themselves, and everywhere you go, sis, there you are. So I needed to know, if I ran from the world, from everything that I could run away from except myself, do I like me? Then when I got done with that, I went on to Brazil, and I was like, yeah, I need to dance. I need to be amongst culture and brown and dance the night away and dance this pain away and let it go. And then I like really wasn't ready to go home. So I stopped in like both Antiguas. I went to Antigua and Antigua, Colombia, Singapore, You ain't got time for this, but went to jail in Singapore. You're the first podcast that I told that to, because I was
Ooh.
trying to figure it out, baby. I was like, y'all, baby, I'm not coming home till I find myself.
Wow.
Right. And everyone's not, I want to be honest, everybody's not capable. Right. Like a lot of people don't have the finances. A lot of people don't have the bravery, because finances, whatever, you can find the money. People use money to hide. Right. I can't afford it. Like, whatever, bitch, you don't want to afford it. But so there are so many other ways that people can go through that self-actualization journey. But for me, it was that eat, pray, love. I ended up being gone for about 3-4 months. When I came back, I was like, hey, everybody, come here, gather around. Like, literally, like, hey, we're gonna have a funeral, because that bitch y'all thought she knew, you knew, she dead.
Over with.
And here are all the names that I am no longer answering to. I am no longer answering to victim. I am no longer answering to survivor, right? Bitch, I'm the hero. When you say my name, when you talk about me, y'all make sure y'all say I'm doing my motherfucking thing.
Let them know.
Right? No man, no woman did that. I used to really suffer from anxiety. I used to have these insane anxiety attacks. I don't answer to that anymore. Do not remind me of my anxiousness, because I'm not anxious. I'm free as the bird. The birds don't, what is saying about birds don't worry about what they gonna eat, what they gonna drink, what they gonna wear tomorrow. Right. I'm free like a bird.
We the only ones.
And to get serious, and to get really, really serious about that, to the point when if anybody wanted to remind me of who I made very clear I am not anymore, right? And like, I'm looking at you, you're beautiful, and not just aesthetically, right? Like I see your glow and I see you popping. So and that does not come from birth. That comes from going through shit and seeing the other side, right? Yeah. And you know what it's like when you've arrived and you've done all of this self-work. I'm just making assumptions about you, y'all. I don't know her, but I can tell you're dope. And people like, oh yeah, girl, because I remember when you fill in the blank, right? Like, I remember when you was hella shy, or I remember when your teeth was crooked, or I remember when you had that ugly ass boyfriend. You'd be like, you know what? You don't know me. Don't talk about who you remember. And I used to hang up like, bitch, I don't even know who you talk. Sound like nothing to me. Click.
That's right? Power.
Yes. So there's that power in reinventing ourselves. And part of that self-care journey is destigmatizing the reinvention process. Destigmatizing people like, I ain't never changed up. That's a fucking problem.
Yes.
That is a problem. I hope that every now and again you wake up a new bitch.
Yes.
For your own sake. Right? Yes. And anybody I left in the dust, I don't feel nothing about it. We haven't talked about my brand too much yet, but in my brand, we have these things called ratchet affirmations, which is my way of giving real world advice, but it's ratchet. It sounds like, rap lyrics. I speak to the sophisticated ratchets. And that ratchet affirmation is, I don't feel shit about outgrowing anybody who could have grown with me. When I decided to find myself, I didn't hide that. I call everybody who I thought I loved. Hey, you want to come to India with me? Hey, you want to practice yoga? Hey, I'm thinking about meditation. And people are like, nah, you got it. Nah, you got it. And then all of a sudden, right? Like, you invite them. Hey, you want to start this business with me? Hey, you want to go work out? Everybody, they too busy wanting to do the same old shit that y'all been doing that didn't get y'all nowhere. Right. And then when you've done it and you've been able to change your life, then all of a sudden bitches talk about you acting funny. I'm not acting funny. Like, I don't feel shit about that. Bitch, I offered, like, I told you, get in on the ground floor. Now you fired.
Everybody's not meant to go to the top with us, sis. And right? And when you are headed in that direction, a lot of people are going to go away. There wasn't meant to be on this journey. And a lot of people just reveal themselves. And
and that's okay.
Yeah. It's just so powerful, your story and the healing process you took to become the best version of yourself. And I see the glow. I just see so much power within you. It's so relatable. And I just love to see you shine, sis. I love it.
Oh, do you know why though? Like, look at me jumping in. Like, do you know why you love to see other people who you relate to win?
Tell me.
Because you're winning. Because everything that we see that we love in other people are either the way that we want to see ourselves or how we see ourselves. right? So anytime you see somebody, every bitch they see, they got a problem with them. I don't like your eyebrows. I don't like how you talk, like ill, like they're just mad agitated with everybody because they mad agitated within themselves. You will never, write your affirmation, you will never be criticized by a motherfucker doing more than you.
Mm.
Only a sucker doing less, right?
Mm.
And so I love it when I see people who are like, you know, willing to give other women genuine compliments and things. And it's because I feel secure in the things about me, right? You feel secure in your own journey. You feel secure about all the hard work you put into to get to this very moment, this second that we're having right now. So seeing somebody else realized doesn't bother you one bit. It actually makes you feel relieved because this healing journey that people talk about being on is ugly. It's lonely. It's really fucking hard. So when you see somebody else who's gone through the healing process or healed, you're like, yes, I'm not alone in this world. Because everything else breaks your heart.
Yeah. Like we all go through hell to get to where we're at today. But how you just took the courage to conquer everything, and now you're helping other Black women, and you have a whole tribe. And I want you to tell us about how do we stay sucker free out here? Because
Baby.
a lot of women, we don't have this courage. We can be stuck sometimes dealing with relationship, life circumstances. How can you encourage women like this to stand strong in their power? How you are doing it?
Like I'm gonna answer that, but I have to pause. Where are you from? I love the way you say sucker free. I'm like, bitch, I need you over here. Like, where are you from? You from wherever the pimp's from. That's
It's a real G moment. That's why real recognize.
baby, she's a sucker free.
Oh yeah, I can just be myself. Like I can let loose with you.
Be free. So to answer your question, for me, it was a self-curated journey, which made it very costly and very painful. But sometimes when we are looking for places where it's safe for us to show up, we won't find that place. And that is for a very specific reason. It's because it doesn't exist, because it is your job to make it. And so when I first kind of decided to make that change, I remember going to yoga studios and feeling extremely uncomfortable, feeling like I didn't belong there, feeling almost unsafe, right? And so I found myself being really critical, like fuck that studio, fuck that studio, fuck this studio. And that's when I had that idea, like, you know what? I'm going to deepen my practice. I'm going to figure out what it is that I need to do. And I'm going to do this India thing. And then I came back and realized, oh shit, I never found a safe place because it was my job to create that. Right. So I say there are two ways that can, to answer your question, there's two ways that can happen. One, it may not exist. So you have to figure out what that path is. You may have to create your own blueprint. And then when you do, you become responsible for the lot of them all. You become responsible for everybody who sees you and relates, right? That's the word that you're using, and I love it. Who relates to you. And that was my job. It was my job to get healed. It was my job to learn everything I needed to learn so that I can create this $1 million yoga brand owned by a Black woman. Hi. Right?
You gotta see
it. And I used to say that in as a way of manifesting, but now it's just the fucking truth. Right? It is my job to do that.
Come on.
And then, so that's one way, right? And that's the hard way. Universe is always like, I could give it to you the easy way or the hard way. That's the hard way, but it's possible, right? That is for the trailblazers. That is for the brave ones. Those are for the people who can handle the pain of it. But then there's the other, and the other side is just as important, and that's having someone like you and the work that you're doing, and finding someone that they connect to like myself. And it's not just me. There's Sheila Marie, there's Yoga with Chelsea, there's Hippie Heathen, there's Ayana Lavanzant. You just find one. You find somebody who has forged that path, and you pull up on it, and you get what you need to get. And then when you get healed, the truth is, then you got to serve. You cannot
Serve.
be selfish. So I guess in bullet points, because I like to tell like these big stories and then break it down.
Come on.
It's learn the lessons, hit the rock bottom, find a space. If you cannot find the space, create that space, and then create and then give it away to other people. Or find a space, find that community, find that healing, and it always ends in serving others. It always ends in getting yours and then helping someone else. Ratchet affirmation: my goal in life is to be there for everyone else, but to never leave my motherfucking self behind.
Come on. I love that. I love that
If
song.
you want to win, find yourself and then serve others. That's
Yes.
it. That's how you do it.
I really feel like this is why we're here. That's a part of this journey. Come on. I
Absolutely.
need you like you need me. We are in this together.
Stop that solo dolo shit. It's dangerous. It's
Yes.
dangerous.
And we need a sisterhood and a unity like this. Come
Mhm.
on. We can all get it popping out here.
Yeah.
And you know what else is popping, sis?
What else is
Your
popping?
confidence.
Yeah, I'm ridiculous. I'm
Yo,
ridiculous.
tell us how you do it.
Ooh, all right. Boom. See, everything is a step is a couple of step process. And just because I have to recognize that your people may not know me, so I have to like keep on interjecting things about me so that they understand where I come from. I am a behavioral psychologist, right? I'm not just like a ratchet chick who went to India. Like that's cool and that's important and that's a part of my story. But I have to also be honest and say, you know, I am master's level trained. So I have a master's level degree in positive psychology and social behavioral studies.
Education? You
So
educated?
it's the science of it. So when I break this shit down, it's me saying, hey, I've spent tens of thousands of hours studying human behavior. And I'm telling you, we all think that we're so unique, but we're not. We are just a fucking formula. Okay. Like sounds crazy, but it's true. You know, what is a trigger? A trigger is like when you, hey, if under these right conditions, this is how you can make me behave.
Yes.
And you'd be like, I don't know how I ended up in that scenario. Because they fucking knew your equation. Bitch, they got your number. Right?
Yes.
They got your number. So the confidence. You ready for it? It's
I'm
super
ready.
simple. It's the same way I said before. You got two options, right? And I really make it one. For your confidence, anything that you don't feel confident about, you've got two choices. Choice number one, fix that shit. If you do not like your body, fix that shit. I don't want to fucking hear you complain. And I mean, however you see fit, I don't judge because I don't give a fuck what you do. I just want you to be happy. So fix that shit means get your ass in that gym. It means get that fucking tummy tuck if that's what you need to do. It means get that weave, whatever you need to do to feel like your problem is fixed. But let's be honest, not all problems can be fixed because I say that by way of thinking like, oh, maybe somebody don't like their stretch marks, right? Stretch marks can't typically be fixed. Unfortunately, there are too many women who do not love their brown skin. That shit cannot be fixed. So then you got to move into option two. Own that shit.
Come on, own it.
And one of the ways that I have hacked my confidence is to force myself to own the parts of me that cause me discomfort. Something I learned is when you own your shit, no one can call you out about it. No one can make you feel ashamed of it. And so when I think about, and I'm careful to talk about body image shit because I realize that I'm a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like they're that confidence. I'm a bad bitch. And so I don't want to be over here like, oh my God. And then I've got this little body image issue. And then somebody who may have real body image issues is like, bitch, shut the fuck up. So I want to acknowledge that as far as European standards and Americanized standards, I am considered a beautiful woman and I have beauty privilege. Like people got to own their privilege and put that shit out there, right? Like there's that. But there are still things that I've had issues with. I got 2 kids. Bitch, I got stretch marks from the rooter to the tutor, right? It just is what it is. And there's no way to fix that. So what did I do? I fixed it as best as I could. I got serious about my health. I got serious about my fitness and everything else. I've had to own that. And so here's the hack. Whenever you feel discomforted about something, you force yourself to put it out in the world. I remember, in my story time, I was at a theme park with my children, a water theme park. And at home, and this happens to us all the time, at home, you got all the confidence in the world. You put that little outfit on and you be like, all right, titties sitting all right, check. Ass in here, okay, it's a little sloppy, but check. I'm out, check. And then you get out there and all of a sudden you're like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking why I wore this. Like, it happens to every body type. And so instead of being uncomfortable, and you've seen women uncomfortable because then they're like adjusting their shirt, and you be like, and you see like, bitch, why did you even just wear the mini skirt? Like, if your coochie out, just own that shit. Yeah. And so what I had to do in that instance, and this was the last time I allowed myself to feel any kind of way about my body, I said, nah, you don't get to do that. You have to leave this coverall in the car because you're tripping. You are fucking tripping. You are a beautiful person. And right now, I was 30 at the time. I'm 32 now. I was 30. Right now, you're 30. And if you do not, you over here wishing you had your pre-baby body. And when you're 50, you'll wish you had your 30-year-old body. So what you can do is live in the right now and be grateful for what you have right now. And you're going to take your ass in that theme park with that two-piece on. And you're going to smile. And I actually remember I forced myself to make like an Instagram video. And I just was like, and I just laid there and I did from head to toe. It was like Wild Thoughts by Rihanna. And afterwards I posted and it was like, and y'all gonna get these stretch marks today.
Come on.
And I felt so relieved because it's really just not feeling accepted. Feeling like people are going to judge you when you walk out in the world imperfect. And when you can step out and be like, I don't give a fuck what y'all think, what you realize is people don't even see your stretch marks. People don't even see your body size. People don't see how big or small your breast is, how light or dark your skin is. The ones who do, remember what I said the other ratchet affirmation, you're not judged by people or criticized by people. But real people, that's not what they see. You've said nothing to me about how my face is put together or if it's symmetrical or not. You ain't said nothing about my ears that are not level. What you said is, you're beautiful. You show up with confidence. You exude joy. People only see your flaws when you give energy to them. People only see energy. So if I walk in a room like I'm the baddest bitch and everybody should stop and look at me, do you know what's going to happen? That's exactly what they're going to see. Yeah. But if I walk in a room with my shoulders in and I'm not taking space and I'm minimizing myself, people gonna see, that small person who I can ignore and step all over, because it is the power of manifestation. It is what we call in psychology a confirmation bias. People, the energy, the universe, they only live to confirm what you believe about yourself. That's how you have confidence.
Oh yeah, because
I think I need to send you an invoice, sis. I'm over here giving us all the free game.
No, and I hope everybody picking up this bag that you are dropping. Because I'm telling you, you know who you are. You know all about your field that you are in. It's so powerful seeing a beautiful Black woman that's in this field that is not predominantly Black. Like, you stepped out, took the leadership over your life, took control of your own destiny, and now you are bringing other people with you, and you are protecting your tribe. You are protecting Black women. And I just want you to please let us know about your classes, your courses, and all about your brand.
Thank you.
For us.
Thank you. Okay, right on. I don't even be jumping on people's stuff for the shameless plug, but with your humble consideration, Sister Tera, I can let y'all know about what I got going on.
Come on.
Yeah, we are a touring company, and what we do is I create yoga experiences all over the world. And let's even back up and say, what the fuck is trap yoga, right? And you spoke to it. Yes, absolutely. It's a yoga class, but it is a vinyasa style yoga experience. There are like over 30 branches of yoga. Vinyasa is one type. And if you do not know what vinyasa is, never trip, because I will show you the hard way.
Come on.
In my class, we do things a little bit differently. Our music, or our yoga is done exclusively to trap music. And every class has a live DJ, only one DJ, the DJ, my DJ, DJ True Star. So imagine you come into this yoga class, or you think it's a yoga class, but it's almost like a club atmosphere. We do not book yoga studios because we want our own fresh energy. We do clubs, we do warehouses, we do like dope ass, like almost like trap house experiences where you gotta like find your way in. It's so much fun. And then I dropped those ratchet affirmations, what we talked about. And then the third part, which is super important to me, part of my job title is twerk aficionado, right? Which means enthusiast. And so we take twerk breaks, right? Like self-care is hard. Twerking makes it make sense, because twerking is catharsis. It's twerking is letting that shit go and dancing. And it's also part of that, like not giving a fuck. When you think about it, only like literally only Black women twerking in America has this bad rap of making you a lower class. Everywhere else, right? When people are dancing bachata or samba or Tahitian dance or West African, where all of that shit is in the hips, everybody's like, that's so beautiful, that's so cultural. You come to us and they're like, that's primitive, that's basic bitch shit, that's hood rap, right? So it's also like, nah, fuck y'all, self-care is twerking. I'm gonna get it, we gonna get it, we gonna do it, we gonna make it happen. So yeah, and that's really the kind of like the entry level of rocking with me. And because I really care about small businesses, I really care about women-led brands. I always bring with me on tour other small brown women-owned companies that you can shop from, and like just create this like bonded vendor experience. Now, about 8 months ago, we took this dope ass pivot, and see what had happened was I realized that in what we've been able to do, right, Tara, I've been able to teach in over 7 different countries. I've taught all across America. I've had over 350,000 students, have taught over 200 events, and boo boo, my company is only 3 years old.
Come on.
Right? We're in our 3rd year, so we're only 2.5, right? So I would go into these cities. My biggest demographic is like New York, Houston, Atlanta, Chicago. I'm based out of California. And we can only get to a city like once every 3 months. And so then I get to your city, you come to my class, you get ignited, you ready to like stop settling for fuck shit, and then I'm gone. And I'm like, thanks, got your little money. I'll see you in a couple of months. But deuces. But then I kept getting people messaging me and saying like, babe, like I'm really struggling. What you did was you opened me up in ways that I never thought I could be. I'm ready to change my life. And now I feel more alone than ever before because bitch, you left me. And so I had to take a step back and work with my team. And what we did was we built an online community.
Wow.
So now, powered by Mighty Networks, I have something that is equivalent to my own private social media. And in there, in the Trap Tribe, each month, we focus on a different topic. And we have 3 categories of topics. And we have Get With The Shift, which is all about mindset hacking. It's teaching you how to focus, how to plan your perfect life, how to create habits, right? We've got the Get Bodied, and that's where I have challenges like Bust It Open. I can teach you how to do the splits in 30 days, baby. I can get the cat to the ground. I'm telling you, right? We got Summertime Fine. We have Abs and Ass, just challenges for you to get into your body and learn their stuff. Then we have things that get a little bit heavier, like how to never be manipulated by people again, how to forgive yourself, like radically, fully, holistically, self-forgiveness. And all of that is cool and dope. And I spend about 80 hours doing extra research on each and every topic. We offer 2 workshops, 3 yoga classes, a mixtape, a meditation every month. They get that. And you go through it with almost 1,000 other women who are broken into smaller groups based off of things that we have interest in, right? So we got, I call them the 9-to-5 sophista ratchets. Those are the ones who got corporate jobs. And we got our entrepreneurs. So, because one thing I noticed in this journey of finding myself is I would have never wanted to have done it alone in the way that I had. And so now I want, and I know that I can't personally be the best friend to hundreds of thousands of women, but I can connect them. I can be the plug for that. So all of that content is amazing, but that's not the best part. The best part are the people. The best part are the women who are in there, who are from all across America, because we live in a digital age where your friends are not proximity friends anymore, right? Your friends are not the people who live down the street. We now have the ability to find our tribe anywhere in the world and create sustainable and substantial and meaningful relationships via the internet. Like
Come
it's
on.
possible. It's possible. And I'm so grateful that when my day comes, which I, prayfully is no time soon, that I can say that I created something like this.
In this magnitude, I just appreciate you for choosing you, because now look what you have done for us. The gift
And
that
that's what I
you've given
say. You got to find yourself, because when you do, there are thousands of people waiting on you to give them permission to love themselves and to be free and to show up whole. You just showing up as you are gives other people permission to feel safe, to know that you can get divorced after an abusive marriage and find love again, right? Like that is why people get so hurt when celebrities go through shit, because they're like, damn, like that was my hopes. I want to know that like joy exists and happiness exists and money can fix your problems, or whatever the fuck people think can fix their problems. Nothing can fix your problems more than you can, by the way, but whatever.
Drop it.
But we need to see other people doing it, and we need to not feel alone in the process. Absolutely.
Absolutely. You just really took control of your whole destiny, and it's inspiring so many women like this. This was such a great pleasure. This was amazing. Trap Babe, thank you so much for joining Take the Lead podcast. And can you leave us with some ratchet meditation? How can we do it? What do we need to tell ourselves?
Where do I start? I won't go long on this one. Really, it just starts with when you don't have the words, find ones that exist. Part of what I do is a lot of people don't like to meditate because they can't, live quietly with their voice. So find some words and just look yourself in the mirror, look yourself in the eye and say it. And I think the best starting point is to say, I am a priority in my beautiful ass life. Let's start there. That is my first assignment of a meditation. Find the nearest mirror, close the door, look yourself in the eye, and keep saying it 5 to 7 times, or until you believe that it is true. I am a priority in my beautiful ass life. Take the lead.
Come on, and drop your social network so we can just stay connected with you, babe.
Absolutely. So I can be found everywhere as Trap Yoga Bae, TrapYogaBae. That's my name on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. At the end of the day, just Google me.
Come
right?
on, Google me. Come
Google
on.
me, baby.
No, it's Google will find me.
I ain't hard to find. Just call my name. I'll be there.
That's a flex. This was such an honor. I felt so at home being with you today. Thank you, sis. And I look forward to connecting with you more, because you got to come on back and drop some more gems for us.
I know. As I grow, I want to keep coming back and take you with me.
Yes, we're going up together.
All the way up.
Going up. Well, you have an amazing day.
You too.
I appreciate you, babe.
I know. And I'm gonna email you. I got some gifts that I want to give to you. Like I'm already like overwhelmed in my heart for some things for you. So I'm not either myself or my assistant. We're gonna email you. I got you. I got something.
God bless you. And I look forward to being in touch with you, love.
Yes, absolutely. Take care.